Okay, let's pass some boolean. So this is pointing to boolean. Let's pass an object. So this will point to an empty object. This is clear. So we'll focus only on call, apply and bind will be same. Okay, we'll see the examples. Okay, so why we are calling, why we are using call, bind, apply to override this. Call, bind, apply to override this. When we want to use some props from if this object, not a proper definition. Not a proper definition. In case of React, you can say yes, but not even in React. So basically, to override the value of this, to assign the reference, we are using call, bind, apply. Right now, this is pointing to Windows. This is pointing to window object, but we are saying don't point to anything. Whatever we are passing, point to that. So this will point whatever you are going to pass. Okay. So let's see how many. So in previous day, we use strict. We use strict, right? So in case of use strict, what will be the output? I think many you were not there in the previous session. So in case of use strict, what will be the output? Right, undefined. Let's run it. It will not point to window object. It use strict will prevent the global leak. Like it will prevent the global, what to say, global leakage. That is a term in JavaScript, leakage. We usually say leakage. Okay. What will happen in this case? What will happen in this case? According to you, what should happen? Boolean true, right? So basically true. Okay, why it will work? Because user is explicitly assigning a value. It is not a leakage. It is not a leakage. We are assigning. We are saying assign a value, right? So this is basically it. Use strict is not having any influence in case of call, bind, or apply. Okay, let's see a different. Let's see a different example. So function foo param1, param2, param3. Okay, I'm consoling param1 comma param2 comma param3. Okay, and I'm also consoling this. If I'm calling a function 1 comma 2 comma 3, what will be the output in this case? This will point to window, and param1 will be 1, param2 will be 3, like param2 will be 2, param3 will be 3. Okay, let's comment this. How we will call, like how we will call this function using call. First parameter will be a reference. So if I'm passing, what I have to do, I will say point to this, whatever is the this, then 1 2 3. Same thing, same thing. This is clear. First, not 1, because I am passing this. I am passing this Meghna. So your this will point to this, whatever is this right now. Okay. If I am doing like this, it will give you 10. It's clear pretty much. It's pretty much clear. Okay. Let's see what is the difference between call and apply. It's doing the same thing. It's doing the same thing, but it will accept the arguments in the form of array. This is the only difference in call and apply. This is one of the interview question. What is the difference between call and apply? It's basically a syntax difference. Yes, Bharat, you're right. It's basically a syntax difference. This is clear? Yes. So let's see what is bind. Same thing, bind and call are same. Can we just not use spread operator instead? We can use spread operator. Let's say here. Foo.call. I didn't get it. Okay. Basically, we have seen we can override the value of this with call bind apply. Guys, that's why I'm not explaining this ES6 concepts. What is spread? Don't worry of the spread. Don't worry. Don't worry of this line. Just make it simple. Make it simple. I'll explain spread in later sessions. Okay. So where I am. So basically call whatever you're passing as a first argument, it is assigning to a this. It is assigning to a this. So whatever I have passed in the first, it is assigning to a this. Let's say if I passed 5, this will be 5. This will be 5. Okay. 7, see, this will be 7. So whatever I'm passing the reference. If you have not attended the first session, this will be a very tough concept for you guys. Okay. So let's say what is bind. So for example, it is same as call. It is same as call, but this will not execute at the same time. This will execute later. Later means it will return a function and you have to call again. So bind will return. Call and apply will execute at the same time. Bind will give you a new function with these values. Bind will give you a new function with these values as a closure. Closure we'll cover in the next session. We'll go incremental way so that if I explain you closure, you know hosting, you know use string, you know this, you know arrow functions, you know call and apply. So that next topic will be easy for you. This is clear. What is bind? So it is same as call. Call bind apply is used to change the value of this. That's it. Okay. So let's understand a new concept. Apply accepts arguments in arrays. From start, which start you are referring, Vinay? Hush, any other use of call bind apply? Yes, there are a lot of things. I have just covered 30% of the topic. So let's move to a new. In 2020 it should be still done. Yes, 5. Yes, 5 is important, guys. So let's take another example. Let's create quickly of some function. So guys, what this function will do? What this function will do? it will basically, it's a sum function, so basic sum function. Okay, so it will sum up all the arguments. It will sum up all the arguments. This is a default variable in every functions. So basically this is a pretty much easy. Okay, what you have to do, you just need to pass something like this. Okay, so how we can, it's a recap for call bind apply. Okay, so how we can do this? Simple, using call. How we can do using apply? Just enclose this in array, right? Then bind, same as this, but call again. This is clear. Till this, everyone is having like all clear, right? Nice. Let's comment it out. So how we should use apply and call, when to use. Now see some basic real scenario. For example, okay, let's say what will be the output? So math.max basically is giving you a max value. So we need to console.log. Okay, it will give you a max value. Okay, let's say we are having nums as an array. 26. We have an array. So now how you will do? Because if you pass nums, it will throw an error. Why we are passing this every time in a call bind apply? You can pass anything. For these examples, you can pass anything. I'm passing the window. Basically, I'm passing the default value, the window. Window or this. This is pointing to window. Basically, you should pass the current context. So tell me why this is giving an error. Anyone? You guys are getting it right? It's not, we should use map. I don't want to use map. I don't want to use map. Can we use spread operator here? Before ES6, how people are doing it? Before ES6, how people are doing it? This is my question. We can pass an array. We have passed an array here. Yes, Diksha, that's why it is giving an array. It is not accepting an array. Yes, Shivam, Bharat, apply. Very nice. So let's say what is math dot max. Let's comment it out. So we are not getting anything, right? So what we have to do? Console.dir math dot max. Let's see what max is having. Let's see its proto. It is having apply. It is having an apply. Very nice, Manny. You are closed. Let's see what is happening. We can call a max function using apply. Okay, what we can do, we can pass some anything value. You can pass null, then we can call nums. So what will happen? It will break an array into an arguments. How it is happening here? If you noticed, we are passing an array, but it is breaking. This is what spread operator is doing right now. It's clear little bit. Apply is breaking an array to our parameters, individual parameters. It's basically like a lights. Basically, you can say spread. Let's see. So many people are saying spread. So for you guys, let's see what is spread. So this is an array. It is giving an NaN. I'll tell you what is NaN in the next session when we see coercion. That is a very easy topic and tough topic. most of the interviews try to confuse you with coercion by seeing some random quizzes. Even they don't know what is coercion, what is these concepts. So why they're using apply, they even don't know, right? So we'll see in the later session. So what is spread? Basically, it will break down array into a small chunks like this. It will break your array into an arguments. This is clear how we can use apply in real examples. So same thing. If you want, you can use min dot apply. You can pass. See, we need to pass something. Try to understand. We need to pass something. We need to pass something. We need to pass something. Pass anything. This will point to this. Oh, 1 second. Yes, it is minimum. We need to pass something, guys. Don't worry. Why we are passing null? I need to pass something. That's why I'm passing null. Because first parameter is expecting the reference. This will point to null. This means this keyword will point to null in this scenario. We don't know the definition of main function, right? Math.main, we don't know the function, Muhammad. Okay, so we need to pass something because after the first parameters, these are the arguments. This is clear. How we can do using call? It is straightforward. Pass directly. This is clear, guys. Call, bind, apply till now. So are you guys enjoying, right? Like this session is useful for you guys, right? So this is basically simple. So till here, if you see call, bind, apply. So if you see, I'm passing name, I'm passing this like this. These are the basic pretty much example. Then oh, I have not started these things. Okay, let's move to the next level of call, bind, apply. So in session one, so now session one will help. Okay, this is now session one will help. Let's see. Oh, 1 second, sorry. Basic function, basic function. I'm calling like this. Okay. I want to change the value of this to suppose. Can you zoom it? What do you want? The console screen or text screen? This is fine. Okay, okay. Guys, tell me if you are not able to see. Don't break your eyes. So yeah, let's see. This is a function. Basically, this is a variable function. I'm assigning a function to a variable. Okay, I'm calling a function. We have seen like we can change the value like this. We can change the value like this. This is pretty much straightforward. This, let's see the shorthand. You can write bind here as well. You can write bind here as well. So what will happen? You executed this function. You executed this function and you have bind with the value. You have changed the value of this. And again you have calling. So this call basically is this. This function will get the function definition after bind. So let's run it. You got these things, guys? How many of you are clear with this? So bind is returning a function. So if I'm using call, what will happen? If I'm using call, what will happen? Automatically foo will have a value, immediate call. Yes, Bharat, nice. This will be an immediate call. Okay, so this will throw an error. Foo is not a function because foo is having a value. Getting it? If you use bind, you have to execute again how we were doing earlier. Okay, so next thing, let's see call bind apply with objects. Let's see form. So how we can do object dot sorry foo dot log. So guys, what will be the output? Top. Nice. So those who have not attended the session, first one, and those who have attended this a recap. So who has called the lock function? The simple trick. Who has called the lock function? Foo. Foo has called the lock function. So this will point to foo. So what is foo dot name? Foo dot name is Tom. Simple approach, basic approach. Who is calling lock function? Foo is calling lock function. This will become foo. Okay, basic trick. Let's see, let's make it like this. I have removed this function. I have removed like this. Okay, I have removed the foo function. Now if I want log function to be called with Tom, what we have to do? I need this to be foo. I need this to be foo. Right now, if I'll execute, it is giving Mike because window.name is Mike. Definitely window.name is will be Mike. Window because they have stored. So foo dot call foo. Basically log dot call foo. I said assign this object as a this. So this will call foo. So if I execute, this is Tom. This is clear. This is the easiest concept. But if you are not aware, if you are not aware with the concepts, this what is this? What is called? Yes, we can use apply also. Let's copy this. The call and apply is not having any difference until you are not passing the arguments. Guys, I am telling you, if you are in a company right now, ask your seniors these concepts. If you are in a college, ask your senior these concepts. I'm sure 80% or 90% will fail to give you the answer. They don't even know what is called bind apply. They just say something they are doing in case of this. You guys are getting it right? Even until we are not passing any arguments or parameters, call and apply are same. I am saying replace this with foo, and foo is an object right now. This is clear, guys. Can we move to the next quiz? Okay, okay. So let's comment it out. Guys, most of you are thinking why he's typing the quizzes, why he's writing in front of us. So why I'm writing? Because so that you will get the time to digest. Let's see this quiz, guys. Okay, go step by step. No need to hurry. Break down the quiz. You're calling an object. You're calling a function from an object. Foo. Okay. Simple trick. How can we use bind? Let me clear all the doubts. It's simple. Log dot bind foo. It will give you a function. Call it. Here, how we can call the bind? It's the same. Call, bind, apply are same, almost same. Let's understand. So foo, we are calling a foo function from obj object. This is foo. Who is calling foo? Who is calling foo? Obj is calling. So this will point to obj. So this will be a obj object. Then we have an inner function bar. Then we have an inner function bar. Who is calling bar function? This is called sorry called by obj, called by nowhere. Okay, so this will point to window. So this is basically, if I say this is Tom foo dot name, this is window dot name, Tom and Mike. This is clear. This is clear, guys. Okay. So I want, so basically Tom is coming. Okay, Tom we need. I need Tom here as well. So what we can do, what we had done till now, bar dot call with this. What is this? This is object. Inside foo, this is pointing to object. I am saying replace this with object. So again, this will also an object. If you run it, Tom, break down the things. Break down the things. This is clear. If I pass obj, I can pass obj also, right? This is pointing to obj. This is pointing to obj, right? So I can pass this as well, because right now foo function is having a scope of this. Okay, Jatin, I'll repeat. So let's say foo is called by object obj, so this will point to obj. Okay, bar is called by no one, so this will point to window, and this is a window variable. Okay, so this is Mike if you called normally. So what we are saying, I'm saying replace this, instead of window point to obj. I can say obj. So this will give you Tom. Okay, at this stage, what is this? This is basically an obj. If you see, this is basically an obj, right? This object is basically an obj. So instead of this, I can say obj. Instead of obj, I can say this. So we should use a reference. Basically, it's a lexical scoping. At this point of time, what is the value of this? I'm saying just point to that. This is clear, guys. If foo is called by another function inside obj, then what will be the window? We'll come to that question. Guys, I have captured all your questions. I know what kind of questions you guys can raise, because I can also thought of it. So I'm having all the questions. Just wait for the time. If I'm not covering it, shoot your question in the chat. Even if you are struggling with any of the concept, mail me, or you have the Discord, right? Use the Discord channel. Tag me, I'll give you the answer. Or try to ask your peers first. I'll not give you answer immediately. I'll expect like your friends will give you the answer, so that everyone can try. Okay. So this is basically a pretty easy example how we can call this using apply. Apply is also the same. We can call using apply. How we can use bind? We can call this as a bind. It will return the function executed. So everything is basically printing the same because I update this instead of window to a object. This is clear. Let's remove this. Sorry. What else we can do it? What else we can do it? What else we can do it, guys? So we can write a bind directly here. We can bind it or not. Self equal to this, exactly correct, like exactly we can do it, right? But what is self? First tell me, what is self? Like I have seen so many people writing self in a production code where self equal to this, while where that equal to this. So if you have seen some example, usually people are using that equal to this, right? We should not use like this. So if you want to write something like this, just write where context is equal to this, because this is your point, this is a context, your current context. Okay, so naming convention also matters. Okay, so we can do this, but it will throw an error because the syntax is not correct. It should be a variable function. Got the approach, guys? We can use the shorthand of this only to a variable function, not like this. Okay. Mhm. I'm having so many quiz. I think I need to open the sheet. So quickly, let's cover this, guys, quickly, so that I can cover the new topic. What will be the output? Quickly. Where function is equal to where aren't same? Yes, they are not same. Many tell me you have attended session one. One. Right. No problem. So this will print you one. Very nice. Let's see the difference in text. We have seen in a function. Let's see in the method. So guys, notice this is a method. Never call this as a function. Never call this foo as a function. Always call foo as a method. What will be the output? String hey, very nice. Appreciated. String hey. So if you noticed, string hey is coming. But if you use strict, it will convert to a value. It will print only value. Okay, this is a nice trick. Next question. We have a mic object. We have an object. Then I'm pointing to a function, this dot name. If I'm using console.log, first tell me the output of this. Guys, why these guys are joining right now? Okay, Tom is coming. So let's comment it. Now tell me. So what I'm doing, I'm overriding it. I'm overriding this. In this case, what will happen? Very nice, guys. I think yeah, the same thing. Same thing. Instead of there, I can do like this. This will print? I have a bind it here. Will be having a return function. Correct? Again, this will print Mike. Please, I think someone has asked, right? What will happen if we pass a function? Let's see. What will be the output? In this case, we have a foo function with bind. I'm passing this function here. One, because we are overriding it. We are saying we are pointing this to a 1. Let's say, correct. We have a variable name, we have an object. I'm calling the same thing. I'm calling this dot name. What will happen in this case? Break it, break as much as you can. So let's say if I'm calling foo directly, this will point to Mike because this is window. No one is calling foo. Okay. What I have done, I'm calling call foo and call foo is pointing to foo. What will happen? Tom, Mike. It is Tom. Who is calling call foo? Who is calling call foo? Obj is calling call foo. So obj.name. This will convert to obj.name. Now tell me the output. This will clear your concept, guys. Guys, make sure you are correct. I'm sure this question will hurt you. Let's break down. Let's break down. Let's break down. This is window. I can call this name using window.name, right? See, if Tom is not there, it means Mike is there, right? So let's see. This name can be called using window.name, right? This is a basic function. Whosoever will call, it will call. If you call directly, it will point to window, correct? You pass this function. You pass this function. Again, you pass this call function to a function. Okay. Tell me who is calling the call foo. Who is calling call foo? What is the context? What is there before dot? Hidden dot. Who is calling call foo? A window. Then what is window dot name? Mike. This is what the first session and the second session, guys. First session is about this. Second session is about call bind apply and all these things. Any doubts, guys, till now? Break easily. Break it down. We are having an nested function. Last one quiz can we repeat +1. Okay. See, guys, I am not having any issue as far as you are staying in session. So let's see. Let's see. We have this name. This is basically pointing to a window. You can call this using window.name. Mike will print. You can call this function with window.foo. So this will point to a window. This is pretty straightforward. If you call this call foo using object, if you call this object dot call foo, this will print Tom because call foo is having a this is pointing to object. In case of this, who is calling that function? It depends on that. This is dependent on who is calling that function. So obj is calling that function. At this point of time, I have not called. I have just asked for the function definition. I have just asked for the function definition. So what will happen? This function, first it will move here, then it will move basically here. Just mess the code. So basically it is this. So basically it is pointing to a window. This call function is called by window dot, sorry, you cannot call like this. It is basically is having a context of window. It is having a context of window. So it is window dot name. Clear? Okay. Let's move to the next quiz. Output, guys. Foo obj is having a foo object. Foo object is having a log method. Okay. You are calling foo dot obj dot foo dot log. Obj dot foo dot log. This will point. Who is calling the log function? Let's have recap the concept. Who is calling the log function? Foo is having the log function. So foo dot name. What is foo dot name? This is Tom. Okay. Who is calling the log function? Foo is calling the foo is calling the log function, but we override it. We said let's point this to obj. This will obj. So obj dot name is Mike. I think my concepts now will work. If you see whatever I have explained in my language, now it is applicable, right? So I'm saying override the this, change the this. Clear? Guys, next question. We have a name variable which is window. We have an object. This name is bind to object. Then foo name function. The only change is set timeout. Very nice, guys. I'm happy. Why Mike is coming? Anyone? Why Mike is coming? No, set timeout is not window. Who said window? I never said window. I said it is pointing to window. When it is there in the scope. How many of you know lexical scoping? How many of you know lexical scoping? Lexical scoping is basically if variable is not available in this scope, check in parent. If lexical scoping, basically if it is not available here, check its parent. Shivam, you can say yes. If it is like, we'll understand. We'll see the concept. So what is happening? Log is called by foo. Let's print what is this at this point of stage. It is Tom. Basically, it is foo. This is clear. It is pointing to foo object. So It means if without set timeout, this is another function. This is another function. Okay. So who is calling this set timeout? This is asynchronous call. We just passed the function. We have not explicitly bind. Like we have not asked you should change. So how it is happening? After 1 second, it will point to basically it will point to its object. Will move as a lexical scope. It will move as a lexical scope. If it is guys getting complex, maybe lexical. I can cover this quiz in a lexical scope concept. Don't. That's what it gets confused. You guys will get confused. Let's use debugger. Don't need why the mic is calling. 1 second, guys. It should print off. Should print. Give me a sec, guys. It's pointing to Ross. Sorry. I think some global variable is missing right now. 1 second, let me refresh it. So let's see, guys. Let's copy this quiz, paste it in some different. Let's go step by step first. This is pointing to foo object. We pass this function. So who called this function? Set timeout is calling a function. Basically, context of set timeout will depend. So let's see what is pointing to this. Let's add a debugger, or you can write debugger like this. Okay, this is basically a window object. So this will be a window.name. What is window.name right now? Ross. So logically it should print Ross. So let's see what it is printing. It is printing Ross. I get confused because of the lexical scope. I thought set timeout is having some different thing, but yes, it is pointing to a window. You guys were right. I think who said Ross? I think maximum people said Ross. This is clear, guys. This is clear. There is no context. There is no context. So it is pointing. There is no calling context. So it is pointing to. It is pointing to window. Okay. Let's see how we can tackle this. So for example, this is the foo object, right? Right now this is having foo object. What we can do? We can write bind this. We can bind like this because this is pointing to a foo object. Let's run. It will point Tom. Why it is printing Mike then? Because Chrome has cached everything. So if we go back right here, window dot name will be Mike. Even I'm using this Ross. So don't worry, just stick in your concept whatever I'm explaining. This is, you got it right. I'm binding this. Set timeout is always a window. I think yes. Set timeout is always a window. It's a browser API. It will also always point to window until you're not specified with bind. Here, can we move to the next quiz? We have made it bind. Let's move to a 1 second. Which one? Call by the plan. Yeah. What will be the output? If we use strict, then this is. Let's see. This is a nice question. Nice, guys. 1 second. 1 second. So if we use strict, what will happen, guys? If we use strict, what will happen? Let's see how set timeout is behaving. It is pointing to window. It is pointing to window. Maybe they have some default binding. Not sure. We need to read the doc, MDN doc. So nice question, guys. So in this question, what will be the output? All four names. Just check. 1 second. Console.log name. Yes. All four name. How? All four names are there. Very nice. Bharat, Manoj, Jatin. Array inside array. Right. So if I want this to add like a Mike, Tom, Ross, Jeff, what we will do? We will add apply. Then what we can pass? We can write pass name and friends. Let's see. Now many people will ask why names in place of this. You guys got this apply? Why I used apply? Because this is an array and I want to break it down. We can use spread operator, right? But why names? Because in the push function, they have written like this dot append. They are pointing names as a this. So it has to be name dot something. They are using, yep, they're pointing. We can use flat. We can use flat after adding it. Yes, definitely we can use that in the previous approach. But that is not a optimized approach, right? We can achieve it, right? Yes, Dave, we can achieve it, but that is not the optimized one. Correct. So this is the another way. I have given the reference of array because we have overridden it. So we need to pass something. If you pass this will break. Window is not a setter property. Setter is not supported. So I said use this array. Then I've covered this. Yeah. So pretty much I've covered in call by apply. So how many like feel now at least they know what is call by apply? Nice, guys. Nice, nice. Thank you so much. So there is one more topic. You want me to continue today, arrow functions, or in the next session? So it's a 50-50 thing. I think Maximum was saying next. Okay, guys, you can open your mic now if we are ending this session.